Hello everyone and welcome to Not Your Perfect Yogi channel. Today is day 20 of the 21 days Yoga for Weight Loss challenge. So we have one more day to go, and today, as I promised yesterday, we're focusing on another limb of Ashtanga Yoga, and this is gaze. So Drishti, how they call it in Sanskrit, which means actually vision, is one of the key components of any yoga practice. As important as breath, as important as meditation, as important as the good intentions that you have when you practice yoga. But really, Drishti is more than just a concept. It's something that really helps you improve your posture and helps you actually accomplish inner quietness while you're doing the practice, while at the same time also getting deeper into the practice with the help of the gaze. So Tony Robbins has this one saying, I mix things up, yoga with life coaching, but Tony Robbins has this one saying, wherever attention goes, energy flows. So this is what Drishti also is in the language of yoga. So wherever you're pointing your vision, this is where your energy is headed towards. This is that point that you're heading towards. And for me, Drishti is a lot more philosophical or more important than just in yoga. It's something that we can then take and apply to our real life. So if we have the inner vision of where we want to go, of where we're headed towards, this is the trajectory that we're going to follow. So always where your vision goes, your energy flows, your inner self flows, and this is where you automatically, subconsciously are heading towards. So knowing this about gaze and about Drishti, this is very important for the regular yoga practice. So today we're just going to do a few postures where we're going to be conscious of our gaze and where it is. So first of all, let's start with a basic sun salutation. You know, I like to work with the sun salutations, but they are the easiest, the simplest, and the best for you. So we learned how to breathe correctly, and now we're learning. I'm giving you guys some things to take for the road once these 21 days are finished. And that is how to do it correctly. So now we're learning really where to look when we're doing a sun salutation. So we're coming to Tadasana, and from Tadasana, releasing the shoulders, we're inhaling and looking at our thumb. This is one of the focal points that we have. So we're not really looking at the ceiling, we're really looking at our own thumb here. Then releasing, placing the palms down, and guess where we're looking actually? Gaze here is to the toes. So not just randomly looking somewhere at the floor, but really looking at your toes. This is the natural way to look, and we're heading towards them, lower and lower and lower. Lifting up on our fingertips, and then the gaze is towards the front. This is where we actually get our back straight. If we're looking somehow down, our back is not really getting straighter. So looking towards the front is the way to get our back straight. Stepping back and looking down at our nose actually. This is the trick with Chaturanga. You're looking at your nose, and once we're lifting up, we're looking at the third eye. So we're looking between our own eyebrows. We're looking at that one point between the eyebrows that's actually guiding us more towards the ceiling. So the more you look up, the more your back bends. Exhaling, we're coming to downward facing dog, and we're looking at our own navel. I know you're probably not seeing the navel, as I'm not also, and I think for women it might be sometimes even more difficult, but we're aiming to look at that belly. That's the target. Gaze can sometimes just be directed in that area. Not necessarily, you shouldn't necessarily be able to see it, but to envision it. Inhaling, looking at the palms because we're trying to go forward. And we're jumping, lifting off. Again, looking forward to that third eye. Again, looking forward to that third eye. Again, this third eye is what guides us to get the straight back. Exhaling, looking at the toes. Inhaling, looking at the thumb. And this is pretty much what we do in a sun salutation. But one thing that you might have noticed is that I'm saying third eye, then I'm looking forward at the same time. So it's a soft gaze. We're not really killing our eyes. Okay, how do I get to look at my third eye? It's more, okay, the direction of my gaze is in this area, in this trajectory of the third eye. So it's a soft gaze. The soft gaze is actually what allows us to better focus, because if we're really focusing on, okay, how can I get my belly, how can I see my belly, how can I see my third eye, this is not going to happen. So it's a more subtle way of gazing. Okay, so another posture, coming to triangle pose. Inhale the palms up. I like to push on the exhale as much as I can go, and then drop the palm either to the floor if you're very flexible, or just somewhere on your leg, on your calf muscle. And my gaze is again at my thumb. What does this do? It helps me rotate the chest towards the ceiling. Rotating the chest towards the ceiling brings me really stacked up on my hips and shoulders and legs all in the same line. This is the goal here, and extending my left side. So having the gaze there is really important for me. Sometimes you cannot get the gaze there and you're just looking here. I personally believe that it's very important, if you can, to aim with the gaze there. Sometimes it allows you to go a lot deeper in the posture than you ever think. If you have some neck problems, you can keep looking at your toe, because we have this fixed point in our body that we're looking at. And I believe then better than just looking forward like this, but looking at your toe is a better option for this one, if your neck is in pain. Inhale it up, and let's do the other side as well. So, pushing to the left, lifting the right palm up and looking at that thumb. Everything stacked up together. Chest is opening. Everything is getting into one line. Let's just breathe here. Let's remember this Ujjayi breath. Let's just really focus on breathing, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Okay, now that we're here, it's easy to turn to a warrior two. So you probably figured it out. It's really simple. Warrior two is one of the postures where we know where to look. We're looking at our hand in front of us. It is so important that your gaze is not like this or like that or somewhere else, but this is actually the warrior posture. The gaze is everything here. And your arms are engaged, your core is engaged. And okay, let's turn to the other side and look at the left palm. Engage the core, engage the arms. Breathing here. Strong core, strong arms. Strong turn of the hips towards the side. We're pulling in opposite direction. The gaze is pulling in one direction and the body in a different one. That's also very important for this posture. And inhale it up. And let's work on something a bit more basic, but again, makes so much sense. So, hip width apart. I still have some props in the way. And inhale, chest up. Exhale, lower down to the floor. Bend the knees as much as you need to. You have 2 fingers and the thumb going around the big toe. And we're pulling down. Bend the knees as much as you need to here. You can really have them as bent as you need to. You remember, belly on the thighs is a good sign. So, looking at, where do we look? Most people just go like this. It's really not the way to do it. Only if you're really flat here, so you're flat on your legs, and then you can put your head down because you accomplished everything that's to accomplish, so there's no need for vision. But actually here, always, and in every forward bend, keep your gaze to your toes. I cannot emphasize this enough. This is where you're heading towards. This is how you're getting flatter. Some of us take a lot more time, maybe years and years. So until you put your head here, just keep your gaze there. And inhale it up. And let's do the other variation as well, stepping on the hands. And we're looking, guess where? Still at the toes. And we're pulling down. Really feel those hamstrings stretching. Inhale it, look up. Exhale, hands on the hips. And inhale, come all the way up. Okay, one last one. A tricky one. So, again, inhale, chest up. Exhale, bend forward. And we're looking. Where are we looking? Well, there's 2 options. If you're like me and you didn't go all the way down, you're looking at your palms here. But actually, the correct way to look is to look at your navel again. So looking at your navel will get your head down. See, even it got mine down. So me aiming to look at the navel is what helps me. If I'm not there yet, makes no sense to just look like this. I'm looking at the palms. But if I am almost close to the floor, I'm really looking at my own belly button here. Feeling the stretch. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to the hips, and inhale up. And we're done. That was just a short intro into the Drishti practice. What we're going to do is take one side salutation A down to the floor and get ready for Shavasana. Inhale, palms up, look at the thumb. Exhale, look at the feet. Ta-da. Inhale, look at the third eye. Exhale, jump, lower down, look at the third eye. Inhale, look up, third eye. Exhale, downward facing dog. Looking at the navel. Stepping left and right. Getting down for Shavasana. Palms are looking up. And where are we looking now? We're just closing our eyes and we're trying to find our inner gaze. really try to look within yourself. I know it sounds like a cliche, but it is a powerful thing to do. Feet are falling to either side, and we're breathing here. And tomorrow is day 21 of the 21 days for yoga for weight loss challenge. So it's the last day. So let's see what I have in store for you guys. I hope you guys are noticing a difference on your body. I am. I definitely am. I didn't do it with weighting myself because I don't believe in weighting so much. You do it in some practices. I don't think yoga is the place to really put emphasis on weight loss, but I received some messages from you guys that some of you have noticed already a weight loss. I've noticed a weight loss also of about 4 or 5 pounds. And I'm really excited about it, but the most important thing is to really do this regular practice. I'm so sorry that I haven't been uploading the videos as they come. I had some issues with the internet and with all of this, so I haven't been uploading them as fast, but I've been doing the practice every day for you guys. And you can always go back and do the 21 days once more. But until tomorrow, when is the last day, write me down below how is it going for you, if you're noticing any results, if it has helped you or not. And I'm trying to give you guys some things for the road, so really the Drishti, the breath, but really beginner things. I'm not your master yogi, I'm not your perfect yogi, so whatever I know I'm sharing with you guys, and I hope it will help you. Okay, see you tomorrow.